Hey guys, good morning to the morning show. We are just going to be playing some Division today. I keep having to move stuff around, try to get things working right. Um, I think I've said it enough already. It's probably getting old. Trying to learn, still learning how to use OBS, Streamlabs, and all that. And so I was doing a lot of practicing, a lot of testing, a lot of audio stuff. I think I got most of. Sorry, I think I have most of it down to where I feel comfortable using it now. So I think now, from this point on, it's going to be more about branding myself and my channel. So instead of putting all kind of different displays and information up on the screen, I think I'm going to take my time now to actually um, see what it is I want to actually be showing on my screen. Instead of just putting like all the randomness that I can possibly find on there. That's what I was doing before, and I feel like it wasn't really helping
Something's wrong with me.
anything.
I think I need a doctor.
It was good because I was learning, but also makes the channel look kind of sloppy having all that there. So I'm gonna see if I can actually fix that. If you see the screen fluctuating too much, or if you see um so kind of cutting in and out, I apologize. Like I said, I'm still um working on this new version of Streamlabs that I got when I did the reset on the computer. It actually did reset a lot of stuff on the computer, so there's a bunch of like the way the my Google Chrome is looks completely different than it looked before. So I guess my computer hadn't truly updated anything in a long time. Um, so now I'm just trying to get used to where everything's at again and all that stuff. So hopefully I'll have that down within a few days. And then, like I said, Streamlabs is to the point where I feel comfortable using Streamlabs or OBS, either one. I actually have both running at the same time. I have one because it's really good for my soundboard. So whenever I play stuff like
Help me!
this,
Help me!
it's just one click of the button, plays it, it ends. I don't gotta worry about it anymore. Um, if you try to do the same thing on Streamlabs, it's a like a double tap and hold in order to make that same function work. So you can still make it work. You just have to play with it a little bit more. So rather than to overcomplicate things, I figured I would just use them at their strengths. Um, OBS Studio is really strong on certain things, so I'm gonna take advantage of those things, and I'm just gonna patch them in to Streamlabs that's very good at other things. And I actually feel that Streamlabs, for me personally, just helps me out a whole lot more with functionality and ease of use. And that's the reason why I'm deciding to use that as the main platform and OBS Studios as an like an assistant to that, like a complement. That. So, so yeah, guys, that's pretty much what's going on with that. Everyone, that's the max out one. Um, yeah, I'm gonna be doing that. I try to get all this stuff working. Like I said, now it's all about trying to brand my channel. I like my starting now, my starting now page, my intermission page. I like the way those look. The last ones that I use, just the ones I'm using right now. I really truly enjoy those. They look really nice. I think it's something that I like. I think it goes well with the whole channel and us being Deadly Dads. So I just truly like that. It's just right now,
Another time,
crap.
maybe.
Um, so yeah, so now it's all about branding. So now I'm gonna be very picky as into what I actually put on the screen. Right now, as you see, the only thing that's really showing on the screen is the messages, so that whenever anybody writes on any of the platforms, it shows up. Um, it's a bar, and that's, I believe that's, hey, hey, Tia. So I have a,
Something's wrong with me.
so I'm gonna be picky pretty much with whatever is on the actual screen now. So I'm not gonna have a lot of stuff. I want to say thank you and show my appreciation for all the support
How is my neck?
of all you guys, everybody who's on all four different platforms. So I want to be able to show that on the screen, but I think I want to show that on the intermission screen. And what I'm gonna try to do is that whenever I'm on a game like Black Ops, because I got so frustrated with it, but I still enjoy it. The whole crew really enjoys it. It's not fair for me to step out and not want to play that just because of myself, my personal feelings. So I'm still gonna play that. I'm just gonna make the best of what the game is, and I'm probably just gonna literally try to be support for the whole team. So I'll just probably be playing Crash. I'll probably just be using Torque because that's who I'm good with. That's who I can stay back and actually help the team with. So I think I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be my way of just kind of dealing with that issue. And then so yeah, so I feel like branding right now, like I was saying, I'm thinking of all the stuff I want to say, and I'm trying to say it all at the same time, and I should really just stop. So that's another thing that I actually want to do is I actually want to put something up like a whiteboard or something, and actually have like a checklist of all the stuff that I need to do before the stream starts, and then another checklist of all the stuff that I want to bring up or talk about in chat and like on the game, and then um, make the list so that I start at a certain topic and I work my way down, and I'm not jumping from topic to topic using you guys and myself.
Good
So,
stuff.
um,
It's calling to
like I
you.
said, right now it's gonna be all about branding myself and my channel, and so if you guys can give me feedback, the feedback would be much appreciated. It really does help out when I see what
Let's go
your
for the
opinions are
streets
and
right
what you
here.
personally feel that I'm either doing good at or doing bad at, and how I can improve those things. Um, that's the only way that I'm really gonna learn. It'll really, like I said, it'll really help me out. Um, so I really do appreciate when anybody gives me any kind of feedback. I have,
Hey, gotta see it to believe it.
by the way that I'm a guy, the way that I want to use it right now, I think.
Come take a look.
But yeah, guys, that's pretty much what I'm gonna be doing today. It's just gonna check some things out. I'm gonna check the stream out. This stream I'm doing a lot of audio testing. Like I said, I'm using both OBS and Streamlabs together, so I don't know if the audio that's coming in from OBS is too loud. So I need to check that, and that's the main reason um, for today's morning stream. I want to eventually have it to where the point to the point where the morning stream becomes just a regular stream. It'll be like in the morning, it'll just be like I start streaming, and then I have a big break where either I'm doing stuff with the family, getting stuff ready for later in the day, um, running errands or whatever I need to do, and then come back later in the afternoon and stream again once all everybody else has joined on, the rest of the Deadly Dads. Like they all have morning jobs. This is in a way um, my job, so I'm trying to make it to the point where I could earn a little bit of money just to be able um, to sustain doing this more than anything. Be able to buy games, be able to buy equipment, and anything that I may need to continue to use. Um, for a lot of people, a lot of you guys obviously don't know me personally and don't really understand what's going on with me. So I'm gonna try to go a little bit into that right now so that you guys know. Um, a while back, a few years back, like 2013, it was either late 2012, but I want to say it was early 2013. Um, I was working as a cook, and it required me to go in and out of uh, kitchen and freezer. So you would go from freezing temperatures and then into like 200 plus, uh, being standing in front of stuff that's like 200 and plus, uh, grills and stuff like that. And so doing that back and forth started putting kinks in my back, kind of messing it up. And then I already had previous damage to my back from my previous job, which I can't really talk about at all on a stream or anything like that, just because of paperwork and stuff that I signed. But because of that job, um, I was hurt, and then I was released and pretty much given the okay that I was allowed to work again. Um, and then I worked for years after that. Actually, for about 4 to 5 years after that, I was still working fine. And then, like I said, I don't know what happened with being hot, cold. Um, um, it really messed me up, but it did mess up my back. Um, and then I ended up having issues further with my back, and I was diagnosed with what is it, vitamin D deficiency, or my body just doesn't make it, so I constantly have to take pills for that because otherwise my bones get really weak. I was also um, told that I have a it's I don't remember the medical term for it, but pretty much what it is all the gels or the impacts that are between your bones, like all the joints, um, they're getting thinner and thinner. So I have to take pills for that too, so that they don't mess up. So the whole thing with the bones and that thing played a part in my lower back. One of those gelatins just completely kind of erupted. So instead of being normally it's supposed to be at a thickness, certain thickness between every single bone in your spine, and on my lower back, I think it's the one between my F5 and F6. Um, it's like pretty much gone, so it's like almost rubbing bone on bone, which causes a lot of back pain. And then on top of that, I have another thing. I can't remember what it's called right now either. I'm gonna have to look it up so I can tell you guys. Um, Starts with an S, I know that, but it's one of those things where it's your nerves, and they actually are stuck between the bones, so the bones kind of pinching on those nerves. I have times where I can't feel from my waist down. I can't feel my legs a whole lot, or I'll feel them, but they'll feel numb, like that tingling sensation, like when people say, "Oh, I feel like I got ants in my legs" or whatever. That's how my lower half feels a lot of the times. It also carries up to my left shoulder and arm, and it even gets to the point where it causes so much pain that I'm vomiting. So I I have a thing against I don't like to feel not myself, so I have an issue with taking pain pills. Anytime that anything makes me feel drowsy or out of it or whatever, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Um, I don't know if it's a controlling thing, or because of the job that I used to do, that I don't like not feeling myself. I like being in control and knowing of what I'm doing and having a awareness of where I'm at and all that. And whenever I take pain pills, even just over the counter stuff, because I don't take them so much, they really do affect me. They really do numb the pain. But I rather just have the pain and have more awareness than to always kind of be at a glazed over feeling numb so that I don't feel the pain, but also feeling out of touch with myself. So I don't take pain pills as much as I should, which causes a crazy amount of pain, which causes me to vomit, and then I end up having to take 1 or 2 pain pills that day just to kind of get rid of it. And then, like I said, I have to take vitamin D. I have to take the one for the joints, and I can't remember what that is, but it's a anti-inflammatory and something for the joints. I can't remember. So that's the reason why I'm not working. That's the reason why I'm trying to make this a full-time job. I figure I'm here. I like playing video games. I like spending time with my family. I like spending time with my son. He likes playing video games. I like spending time with the people that I've met on here, with the members of Deadly Dads. Um, so that's why I'm trying to make this into kind of like a full-time thing for myself. Times where I want to do, I want to do the newer legendary. Just going for the best.
Our main suspect? We've located his residence at this apartment complex in Hell's Kitchen. You'll need to get inside and secure anything which confirms a link. Notebooks, hard drives, whatever you can find. But there's still civilians in there, and that means...
Yeah, so now you guys know a little bit about why this and why I'm able to stream so much. It's because of that reason. I'm at home. I'm a stay-at-home dad pretty much. So it'll be nice if I can get this going and have a little income to where I don't have to worry about other stuff because I'm doing this. So far, Streamlabs is good. I had some problems yesterday when I tested it. I was keeping a lot of frames. It was lagging really bad. I honestly don't know what it was that was causing it. I just know that something was causing it. Not what I wanted. I don't know why. Lately, the games have been so loud in my ears. So with the build I'm using right now, it's a Tactician 5-piece with a backpack. I forgot what it's called, but it's the one that pretty much any healing you take to yourself, if you don't need health no more and you're taking it, even if when you need it, whatever health you receive, your skills also receive. So that's why I see them shooting the turret and it's almost dead and then it starts getting its health back. That's what that is. And because I'm a tactician, I'm able to stack up to 30 to put out a little bit more damage. It keeps it out there on the field longer also, which helps it. And then if they were to try to shoot my box, as long as I'm in my box, they don't get its life back, so they'll stay out on the battlefield or the field or whatever you want to call it, longer than they should be because of that, because of the fact they can take in health. I'm hoping that for Christmas we get a nice little Division 2 trailer. Christmas present from them. They've been it's so hush hush and only releasing tiny little bits of information at a time, which I actually think it's really awesome. It adds to like the whole anticipation and like desperation of wanting to know what's going on. So I think that that's like really cool on their part. Sir, chose red. Oh, turret.
Don't want to mess with the cleaners. Gotta keep our eyes forward. LMB is giving you everything.
My character's doing this thing that it does from time to time. It really doesn't bug me. I just have to remember that it's doing it so I don't get killed by it. It's when you see how it tells you to press X. Normally, if you hold it down, he'll run to take cover. But whenever this little glitch is going on, he'll only take a few steps out of cover and literally get out of cover, and then that'll be it. It stops you like mid-step.
Wish I knew what Colonel Bliss has in store for us.
Show you. I want to take cover there, and that's how he does. So he just gets you, end up getting you killed. That's what.
Undraping goddamn civilian.
Trying to kill this guy before he puts out a box. Ooh. I took a mech kit and she's still fucking at me. I think they'll want me dead right now because I don't know how a lot of attention went to any of the guys. This is gonna suck. Which I've never been a fan of. First wave ins are able to perfectly throw that and put it like right on your feet, even through walls. Can't do that to them, so super frustrating. Everything is going at me. It's like a super unfair advantage. You guys want to just kick it as I'm over. Almost have it back, so it's alright.
Agent on your team requires aid immediately.
you're gonna be wearing a Santa hat and that mask. Get this beautiful mask. Mask. Come in. The people that are upstairs. I'm trying to remember. There used to be a spot where I used to throw the turret over here because it want to get fucked with. Might have been there. Not sure. That one guy, yeah, that one, that guy dead. I don't honestly remember where it was. I know I would throw it. There was a specific area where I would throw it, and they weren't able to really mess with it too much. Just take him. Go. Normally on the screen you would see a ticker that tells you like the views from Mixer, Twitch, and YouTube. I don't have that up. A lot of people say that's not good to have because you don't have any people on. It looks bad on the channel. But I actually use that more of a way of knowing who I'm talking to. If I have people on one channel and I don't have people on the other channel, I'll try to specifically talk to those people to let them know that I am paying attention to the fact that they're there. And then I also use it so that it reminds me to keep my eye on the chat. I have gotten a lot better on just checking the chat overall compared to when I first started. But it's still nice to have a little reminder there to help you look. I haven't done that yet. This is the OBS. I was messing with that a lot. Not OBS, but Streamlabs. I was messing with it a lot before I got to use it, which was yesterday was the first time that I used it when I did that little test. And today is the first time that I'm using it for an actual stream since the computer got restarted. So I moved a lot of stuff on it. I know how to put all that stuff on, so I figured I didn't want to do it right away. I wanted to wait and just get everything else figured out and running smoothly. So that's what I'm doing now. And then so after this stream, I'm gonna be putting a few things on. That way I can take my time from the time I get off to the time that the next stream goes up in the afternoon. I'll be able to have some time to really look into what I want up there, the look and feel that I want to go for, and little things like that, so that I can really kind of take my time and look things thoroughly read reviews on them, check their accuracy, because I've had two view counters that wouldn't show when people were on till maybe like 40 minutes after, so they would have to be on there, almost like not on there, but they would have to log on, and then I would see it like 40 minutes after that they were on, so I wouldn't say hi to people. I didn't know that they were on, and by the time I said hi, they were most likely off because I wasn't saying hi and welcome to the stream and stuff like that. So I just genuinely like that thing. I think it's a good idea. It's a good reminder. I'm gonna look to see if I can find something that's a little bit more subtle, so it doesn't stand out as much, but can still help me see who's on. Those fucking sticky. Oh, did it fall off? Yes, it did. Is it actually active? I think it's active, but like on the other side of the street. Bathroom. Oh, it's actually shooting them. It's on the other side of the wall. Didn't know that was a thing. These guys that we're playing with right now actually are good because they're just melting people. Thanks for the host. Mr. E Actual, thank you for hosting. This is one of my favorite variations of this build. The Tactician is one of those builds that you can mess with it and kind of make it your own. In the sense that you could just, there's so many backpacks and vests that complement the Tactician. Everybody could have using the Tactician, and it'll be different versions of it. Like my son has one that likes to use as like a medic, but he still hits really hard with it, and he has like, I think it's like 50 skill haste, and then he can stack on it, and it's a really good build. And then I have my 6-piece that's like when you stack up the sticky up to 60, I think it does like it's like 1.5, almost 1.6, and depending if you killed someone, if you took someone's box down and stuff like that, you can get it up to like 1.8. So it hits it very hard, but it's any higher than 1.5, I think it's more situational, and so it's really good. And then there's this one that I have that's a 5-piece with this backpack that allows you to keep your things out longer, as long as your healing, your skills are healing. So I like this one. I also like using the 5-piece with the backpack that lets you get 5% of any damage dealt is given back to you as health, because you could literally use your sticky as a like a overdose or a booster shot, because well, not booster, but an overdose, because if you hit a group of people and you're about to die and you pop that sticky, it'll give you all that life back, and it literally fills up your life all the way up. So the higher you're spec'd into electronics, the harder it hits, the more life you'll get from it. class anyway. Just trying to get ready because I know there's a guy that comes out. Upstairs with them. Trying to put it so that it helps me, but also the rest of the team. I'm good, I'm good. How about yourself? How you doing? If this guy was willing to go to the edge, I think my box will pick him up. Oh, yeah, I got him. Nice. Mr. E, are you gonna be streaming today? I keep forgetting that. That little bug's going right now.
Agent on your team is down. Requires assistance. Warning. An agent on your team requires aid immediately.
All right. I want to say that I already done this one, but I think they all reset it yesterday. I played in the morning and the afternoon. Said so. Now. Mr. E, do you have a schedule that you follow, or do you just kind of stream whenever like whenever you get a good vibe going, like, oh, I should stream today. feels like a good time or stuff like that, or like you go off pretty much like you go off your gut when you stream, or do you have a schedule that you stick to and you try to just stream? Oh, nice. All right. I don't think I ever really. I know that. Sound like you should see what they say. Firearms get
Alert.
hits.
An agent is leaving the team.
I was trying to lock that showstopper in, and I ended up joining the next mission. I was going to join anyways, but I paid attention to the fact that that was up, and there wasn't going to be an option to lock it.
No agent has joined your team.
Well, shit.
Best of luck out there.
There, come inside, buddy.
Better keep focus. Bust up that turn.
Yeah, I use Restream to stream to multiple platforms, and for whatever reason, I've been having issues with that. Yesterday, I was streaming. What was it? Black Ops, and even though I was streaming Black Ops and I changed the label saying that I was streaming Black Ops, when I actually hit that stream button like to go live, it like changed everything back to to the morning show, so I don't know what's going on there. Thank you for letting me know, though. I really appreciate that. I know that Restream has a little banner that pops up when you start streaming. It tells you that there's something's going on. There's like a little hiccup that it's been having with Restream, Restream and Mixer not wanting to really talk to each other that well. But I believe I fixed it. I'll check right now again. Yes. Now it has the other one. Yeah, thank you again. Like, yeah, it like every time you go into the Restream.io, the little banners on there. I know they're working on it because they said that they're working on it, but it just shows up all the time, so I really don't know what's going on there. Gee. Thank you. That's one of the things I love about Mixer the most, is the way you level up and the way you can use those to give to other streamers. I like going in there and giving people especially when I see that they've been streaming for a minute, I go in and I give them like the little pizza icons, the food. I not see this guy. I just think it's funny. I was been streaming on Mixer. I think it's one of the newest ones that I've been doing. It was I started on YouTube. I was there for a long time, but never really did live streams. And then I started doing live streams there first, and then I started doing them on Twitch, then Mixer, and now I'm doing them on Facebook also. And I've been doing all of them for, I would say, probably months, if not around 2 months, I want to say. And I've never had anybody do kind of a raid or anything. I've heard of them, but I've never actually even seen one. I've never even been like in a lobby where someone has done one. I think it was like my third day on here and on Mixer, and they hit me with one and I didn't know what to do. I was like, thank you, and I didn't know if like it was a good thing, if it was a bad thing, and then they started just spamming the whole chat. It was crazy. My son wasn't on it, but he was actually on the way to school watching it on his phone when it happened. He was laughing. He's all like, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? And I was just like, I don't know. I don't know. I had to like look it up and see that it's a good thing when they do it. I guess it just depends how it gets done. And I guess on Twitch, it's some people do it to kind of mess with people. So that's the only thing. But on Mixer, it's a whole different community. Like, everybody's so positive, so friendly. If you have questions, you could ask. Even like the bigger streamers, the ones that have like huge followings or whatever, they genuinely like help you, and they just support you so much more than you see on Twitch. It's crazy, or on any other platform for that matter. Yeah, it's like my favorite thing. It's also one of the ones where I started noticing like people actually talk to you and they try to have conversations. That they're just not there, kind of having you as a white noise. I guess you would say. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I was even seeing some. I was like just doing, always researching what you're trying to do, and I was seeing that there was a lot of streamers that were YouTube streamers and Twitch streamers that actually left those platforms to come over to Mixer just because of how friendly the community was, and how welcome they were when they first like they did pretty much what I'm doing, which is streaming to multiple platforms, and they were seeing that the community that was following them on Mixer was so much nicer than it was on all the other platforms, that they just eventually stopped altogether streaming to those platforms and just only streamed to Mixer. And I thought that was crazy that being that, like, there was this one guy who I think he had like 500,000 subscribers on YouTube, and he was a streamer there, and he actually left all that behind to go to Mixer, and on Mixer he doesn't even have half of that, and he was saying that he doesn't miss YouTube one bit, or plans on going back. And then there was another guy on Twitch who was almost about the same, had a huge following, and then all of a sudden just left, and he said the same thing, that he doesn't really miss that platform at all, just because of how friendly people on Mixer are. I think that plays a big role with keeping you wanting to keep streaming. If you're, around a community that's toxic to you, why would you want to stay? But when you're around a community like this one that just really embraces everybody there, streamer or viewer, they get the same appreciation with the leveling system. It's really cool. I know that one of these, oh, if it was this one, it was fine. They let you shoot through those cracks and hit them in the feet. Big boy. Oh, you're gonna keep poking up like that. Nice. Yeah, usually everybody goes back for bullets right there, because you don't get bullets until you're up on top. Let's see if I can.
Now entering a safe area.
Oh, it's too far.
Warning, now leaving the safe area.
Yeah. I don't know if this one lets you do it, but I know that most elevators don't let you put your box inside. And when I use my reclaimer and I'm playing the napalm at the very bottom floor, I always try to go in there and drop a box like that, like when I remember, just in case there's people outside. And you can stay inside and not worry about having to go out there and put your box, because if you're out there and put your box and you come in, it blows it up. So this way it stays like active.
You are now entering a safe area. Warning, now exiting the safe area.
Can't even remember how many. Achievement. that sucked.
New York is just a stepping stone to much bigger things, my friend.
You can tell that guy's a 10K because when he goes down, like it don't take much to take him down. Like he has to be a 10K. That's when I have my 6-piece on. That's how I go down pretty much. I go down like this one with this one too, but since I have the box down, it's just keeping me up a little longer. No, no, no. Dude, really? Can't take keys. A little bit back in, so that turret is more effective.
An agent on your team requires aid immediately.
There's a guy right there, guy. Run right by him, huh? I don't think he saw him at all. should have thrown it in between those two little things so that it could take out their box. Their box is like right there. Oh great, still going for the medic. You see how my life went down? Yeah, I'm very squishy. I need them to either all go down or something so that, yeah, that's not a good idea. Because when you hit the recovery link like that and they're still around you, those shotgunners are just gonna push you and take you back down. You want to make sure that they moved away from your team. Like I would have preferred them come all the way towards me and then me hit my my recovery link, because then they'll have that time to run. The way that it is right now, they're not gonna be able to do shit. That's why everybody went back down. Just gotta keep distracting them. That's all I gotta do. I'll be able to put my box up. Yes, see, because he almost went down. Now, if you could throw his box or something to... There we go. You should still be able to get him. Yeah, me and the rest of the Deadly Dads, we learned that the hard way, and we still do it. And where our teammates goes down, and we're so used to just hitting those recovery links to get people up that you don't bother asking, is it a good idea to get you up right now, or should I wait till you clear? Like, how's it looking? Like, we don't bother, we just hit it. Just since that's the way we play, we just want to keep each other up, since we're all that's all we're into, like just team play. So we're just, hey, let me help you out. And sometimes that's not the best thing to do. That we're gonna pick them up into a situation where they're not gonna be able to win or fight their way out, and then you lose your teammate again, and you lose your recovery link for a few seconds, and the immunity to the ability to be able to call another one out, and your recovery link for a few minutes also, because you have to wait for it to come back. And depending what your build is, it's either going to take a little bit, 2 minutes or so, or it's going to take you 5-6 minutes, depending on where your skill's at. And if you drink a soda, it'll still take a long time. So just kind of want to see where you're at. Like I said, I'd rather sacrifice myself and get 3 people up than hit that link and get 1 person up. That's 1 or 2 people that are just gonna go right back down. Let's see what these. I'm gonna go to my little honey hole. You guys have seen me stream. You guys know exactly where I go up on here. I'm just hoping that that these guys kind of know what they're doing, even though they're going down a lot. Kind of hoping that they know what they're doing, because otherwise it's gonna suck if I'm up here and I'm gonna have to be getting down to try to get everybody up. But see, I can get up here without being noticed really easy, as long as they don't go out in the open and get seen. I like being here. The only bad thing about being here is when you put your box down, you kind of have to keep an eye on it, because as soon as it gets really low, you have to pop it, or it'll glitch onto this vent part right here where I'm standing on. It'll glitch on there, and then it takes like 30 seconds to a minute before you can call it out. So you'll be doing the animation that you're putting the box out, and you won't get crap out. I'm glad this guy came over here, because if I can keep one up. If I can keep one up, he could be running back and forth between me and the other team. And a lot of people don't know this. You know, sometimes it tells you that your recovery link is out of range. If you guys are properly spaced out, it'll bounce from one player to the next, to the next, to the next, like a chain reaction. So even if one player is super far away and you hit it, it'll bounce to him, to the next one, to the next one. So. And I have a final measures build that I usually use when I'm here. Because you can suck in the grenades that they throw up here, even though the majority of the grenades they throw up here don't really hit you. It's like something to do with this trash. The grenades go in there, they fall in, and then when it blows up because of the trash, it absorbs a hit or something, and you don't really take damage. You can take damage, but you don't really take a whole lot. Should totally not be there by himself. Stickies. The ability to go through the wall and land on your feet is amazing. Hey, you see? That reaches, I believe. Gent, how are you today? I'm melted. Yeah, man. Have it up. You could usually get them higher, but The way I have it right now, it's only a 5-piece tactician, but I have it so that any health that I get gets given back to my turret, so it makes it very hard for them to take down. If you look at the life of it, whenever they shoot it, it'll go down and it'll instantly go back up. I hope you guys can see that. It's going down, it's going right back up. So it just makes it harder for them to take down. Usually it has to run out of time. Yeah, it's a 5-piece with the backpack. I honestly don't even know what the backpack's. Sourceful, telling on it. Spec Ops pack, yeah. Yeah, so that's the backpack that and like I said, I just like it because the whole fact that any healing that you apply to yourself also gets applied to your skills, and then you can just keep them out there a lot longer. And even like, say for example, you know, sometimes they like shooting down your boxes. If you have this there, they can try to shoot them down, but it's gonna take a long time. I really don't like doing that, but yeah, on the PS4. Oh, for sure, dude. Yeah, if in the mornings, like right now, it's normally when I play with everybody. It doesn't matter who it is. I'll typically join you. There was a guy called Dragon Warrior Van trying to send me an invite, but since I'm already playing with people right now, I didn't want to just leave while in the mission. And then in the afternoon, I play with the Deadly Dad. So technically, I won't play with anybody else. If they send me invites, I just let them know that I'll be on in the morning, and they can join me then. Yeah, like I said, in the mornings is the best time for me to play with everybody, just because the rest of the Deadly Dads are out doing stuff, and they're not gaming like I do in the morning. And then in the afternoon is just strictly with the crew, with the Deadly Dads crew, because that's when I do my main stream. But yeah, I don't know if you want to send me an invite. That's my gamer tag right there. Star Freak 1. The lowercase X is in between Star and the Freak 1. Like I said, if you see me on in the morning around this time, pretty much any time that I'm on Division before, I would say 4 o'clock my time, which is right now, it is 8:43 my time. So anytime before 4, if you send me an invite and you see me on the Division, there is like a very good chance that I'm gonna join and play with you, even if I'm not streaming, I'm just gaming. But after that time, that's when most of them start getting on. That's when I start getting ready for the mainstream, and I just won't be accepting any invites or anything like that. I try to be upfront with everybody. I don't want people thinking that I'm being rude or just not wanting to play with people. That's totally not the case. It's just that on the mainstream, it's for the Deadly Dads. It's something that we started, and you know, really trying to get going. Turn this to the box up. Get a grenade in. Not just a med kit. Fight me in the... Oh, nice. You want to shout out your crew? Go ahead, man. Like, I love it. I'm trying to find another crew to run with. I have 2 people, but we don't have a full crew for the other crew, or the Division 2 for the what is it? The raids? Not raids.
Warning.
Yeah, I think it is raids, right?
Requires aid immediately.
that's about to say. Yeah, so we have our group of 4, and we have another. Well, we have Deadly Dads is a big group, but the people that play the Division, there's only 5 of us right now. So we're hoping to find at least 3 more people that could run with us for when we do the raids, because I think that'll be awesome to have a full group of people you actually know and talk to just get like the best team play out of that, the most teamwork and everything. Hell yeah, dude! I made sure that everybody in the Deadly Dads did all the stuff that we needed to do to apply for the beta, and most of us already pre-ordered the game and everything. Like we got one of the Deadly Dads, Futek. He went ahead and he bought like the most expensive one, which I'll never end up doing that. But he's gonna get it like I think early. Oh, that's gonna hurt. He's gonna get the game early, and then he gets all those other perks for it. Yeah, dude. Like I've never been a big fan of of those like deluxe or gold edition or limited edition or epic edition. Like I've just never been a fan of those. Just because majority of the stuff you buy that stuff, it's so expensive, and then like if you just wait a little bit, you'll see people trying to sell it, get rid of it, like the whole thing that happened with the VR, the PlayStation VR. Yeah, remember how everybody got the VRs? They bought them out because they thought people were gonna buy them, and then they fucking the first year that it came out, it fell in its face, and then people just started selling them, and they were losing like $200 to $300 per unit because they paid for them so expensive, and then at the stores they went down so much in price that they had to like lose out on money on that. So that's why I rather just have a little patience, wait a little bit, and then most of the stuff will either go on sale or the passes will go on sale. Oh, nope, not a good idea. Oh, that's really nice of you, dude. That's cool. Know that I still myself have not got on the PlayStation VR. The only VR that I've done is on the Samsung, whatever, Oculus or whatever the hell it's called, VR. But I definitely want to try some games on that just because it looks very cool. And I heard that on like the computer and on the PlayStation, it's really immersive compared to how it is on the phone and stuff like that. The phone is only like 10% of what the computer could offer and stuff like that. So.
Warning. Agent on your team is down.
Those are horrible right now. The box glitch? No. This guy's so lucky that turret fucking turned around. Be a dick and kill me, bitch. Come on, turret, come back online. Oh, when you funnel them down there. Yeah, but well, the people I'm playing with right now, I don't know. Like, I don't personally know. And no one's chatting or anything like that. So, I don't know if they would catch on to me jumping down there. They'll probably just think I'm trying to leave them. It's fucking hard. Not hunters, but... I'm trying to EMP them to stop them from doing that shit. It's very fucking annoying. Oh, yeah, my box glitched. This is what I was telling you guys if you're not paying attention to it. See how my box is still um, on the vent, but my box is not down. So now if I try to put my box out, see, that's what I'm saying. This is a good spot, but you have to be on top of your box. You have to be popping it um, before it. Oh, I got it back pretty quick that time. You have to pop it before it goes down, or it'll get stuck at that and you'll get jammed up. Oh, dude. Looking up to the box.
Warning. An agent on
Ooh,
your
that's
team
not good.
requires aid immediately.
I didn't really want to use it because it's not going to reach those guys over there, but shit. Yeah. And this guy went down again. Which means... It apparently? Not what I wanted. It is that game? Yep, that's game. That sucks. That's why. That's why you have to have a mic to just to kind of do that, and that's also why I didn't want to hit my recovery link. Cause see where he was at right now, that would have been perfect for the recovery link, cause it would have bounced to the other guys. But oh well. Yeah. It's pointless to continue. Base. Once everybody dies in your team, you lose the hunter, so there's no point of fucking it again. It's just started. It's better. Oh, well, he has a mic. He just wasn't talking.
Hey, agent. Let's have a chat. I got something to be interested in.
Warrior got off. Are you on right now? Are you playing right now? Because since there's no one on, if you want to join up, that's fine. Just know that my audio to the PlayStation right now in the morning, I don't have that connected. It's just strictly to the stream. So, um, if you want to play with me and you're thinking that I'm going to be talking, I am going to be talking, but you're only going to be able to hear me on stream. It's just because I have to redo the audio to be able to get the setup going uh, to the PlayStation, to the PS4. So I'll still be able to communicate with you, or if you say something, I'll be able to hear you. But to say something back, it would have to be streamed, which is kind of inconvenient. I totally understand. But it's just in the morning, I don't feel like doing the whole extra step for the audio. And I want to say you actually gave me your gamer tag. It's got a site. If I can remember how you do it. So I'm assuming you're like the first one, the New York Yankee. Since you said the whole thing about donating the VR, assuming that's. So that's how you know he's a Division player. Check out that background. I think that's the only Hunter's mask that I have. I don't have the other one. I think there's like the one with the black and yellow lines. I really like that one because I have a skin camo for my guns, and it matches that perfectly. Let's go get another one going, and then if you're still on, send me one, or if you get on later and you see me on before, send me an invite. Probably should have checked how many I have. Damn, these guys.
Warning. You are now leaving the safe area.
As long as they all haven't gone down, it's fine. But when I play with people and they're already usually this far into the match, like depending what I'm doing, sometimes I'll stick around and just try to finish the mission off with them. But normally, if I'm in like, you know, trying to grind for something, I won't stay in the lobby just because I don't know if you guys already died and lost your hunter, and that's why you were looking for teammates because the other people quit. So I honestly don't know what's going on right now, but I'll stick it out just because I'd rather be doing this than do like Times Square, Napalm. Thanks a lot, man. Have a good game.
This area is safe. Warning. Now we're exiting the safe area.
Aw.
You are now entering a safe area. Warning. You are now leaving the safe area.
Tear it up. Fuck me. Oh, that destroyed it before I got back to my box. Should have a clear shot at their box from there. The only bad thing about the fire turrets, they take so damn long to start actually speeding up the fire. They're so slow compared to the other one. That a lot of times when you try to do something like that, like if you get lucky and it starts to burn them, it'll stop them and make them retreat, and then you have the advantage over them. But if you don't, and they'll just walk up and kick, and then you gotta wait for your stuff back. So kind of sucks. I destroyed it. Destroy it. Think about the ammo grenade. They get seen, I'm not gonna be able to easily. Stick to the wall and they don't. Sure they saw that guy running across. You gonna run over here so she can kick it? What an asshole. Oh, why did I do that one? Beautiful spot for you to be there. There you go. A lot of times, just by being up here in this little like bird's nest thing, little honey hole, you distract the people enough because they'll either look up here and they'll stare up here, or they'll look at your gun, the whatever, like a skill or whatever you're putting out, and it gets their attention, and then it takes the attention away from the rest of the team. See, after this one, I'm probably gonna look for the Grand Central. That one. I don't want to third time. It looks like we're gonna. It looks like we should pass this pretty good. The two guys out there with the shields are definitely helping move us along. I'll go down there, which is typically something I don't like doing, just because if they all go down, there's no person that's completely away from the fight that could help everybody get back up. But being that these guys are literally keeping these guys in this area, I'm not really doing a whole lot of helping up there. Shit. Well, hello there, guy. Here, fellow. Great. That's gonna suck. It was jumping all over the place. There wasn't anybody shooting him for a minute.
Alert. An agent is now leaving your team.
Okay.
A new agent is joining your team.
gonna see about turning it into a fire turret, just because I know that hunters hate fucking fire, but maybe we could also keep these guys at bay, stop from pushing up the way they're pushing. And my box glitched. Not even up there, my box glitched. Oh crap. And he said, and watch himself dying. Oh. So much. It's absolutely useless to me. See if there's in there that's worth handing out at least. More stuff. I don't think that guy even checked to see what it was. He just ran over and grabbed that shit. I don't know what you guys have. But I could just right shit. He's like,
Alert. An agent is leaving the team.
Yeah, check right. Grand Central, and then I think that's gonna be it for this stream, just so that I can keep working on some of the stuff, the overlays and stuff like that that I want to do. And like I said, just some other stuff. The other screen, the intermission screen, I want to put more stuff on there as well.
Readings
So
indicate this area is
on
safe.
that one is where I actually want to put all the people who donated to the channel and like the new followers and subscribers and stuff like that. I want to put all that on there so that it's not on the gaming screen, which is this one right here, so it doesn't clutter the screen with a bunch of stuff. Because on some of the other streams, when I go back and I view streams, I look at them and I'm like, oh man, there's a lot of stuff going on. So I think the only thing I want on this screen is the camera, so that you can see me in the mighty one. Our little emblems next to our guys. There's usually like a little emblem like right here, one over here that says like Mr. PV. It's the one right here. This is the mighty one. So we're not the almighty one. It says my mighty gang, which is the almighty one thing. So yeah, I want that, and then I want the ticker. Like I said, it just helps me keep my eye on the chat. And I think those are the only three things I want. Just the chat on the side, like the way it is right now. On this side, the stuff that tells people who we are on camera, and then the top. I think that's the only thing that's going to be on this actual screen. And then on the intermission screen, I want to have all the, like, saying thank you to everybody. I want to have the chat so people can still see what's going on in the chat, and then just have the screen going. I think right now I have it fixed up to where it shows the game screen, but it doesn't show the camera, and I don't know if it has audio. Let me switch to it right now so I can see what it. Yeah, so that's the one I have, and if you see I have the chat, but I definitely need to redo the chat because it looks very like stretched and it's not very readable. So I need to redo that for sure, and then I need to add the audio so that you can still have the audio of everybody else. Because usually when I go to that screen, it's either because we're in the middle of playing Black Ops 4, especially we're in the middle from one going to the next, like from going, the round just ended, so we're in that 1 minute waiting period before we go to the next one. So I'll put it on that screen so that people can see all that other information that you don't see when we're playing, and then when we're playing I switch back to that to this screen right here. So I want to make sure that I get all the information and on there, right? So to, like I said, just to say thank you to the people who have supported the channel and stuff like that. Yeah, and then I need to put a ticker, a timer on the starting soon screen so that people know how much time is remaining before we actually go live. Because I'll go live about 5 minutes before I actually before this scene actually comes into effect, where you can see the camera and the game and all that stuff. So in the background of the starting soon, I'm doing all the final touches, which is labeling the stream, double checking the audio, doing a bunch of that stuff. So I want to put a ticker on that so you guys can see, so that if you guys come and you see that it's, you know, I usually do 5 minutes, but say for example I start one soon because I know there's a lot of stuff that I need to do, but I also want to just stay on time with the stream, and I start it and there's like 8 minutes left because there was a 10-minute timer. That way you don't have to wait there all 10 minutes trying to see when I go live. You'll know that, oh well, he still got 4 minutes, I can still go get a drink, I can go get a snack, I can, you know, so you guys are not there for that little extra bit of time. You guys actually have an idea of when it's actually going to start. So I want to do that. And on the ending screen, I want to just say, you know, thank you for watching. And I want to have some credits, stuff like that, and then when the credits and everything are done rolling, the stream ends and stuff like that. So there's some stuff I still want to do that I still need to work on right now. So I think I'm gonna run.
Don't be shy.
Got something. I did take. I think I'm gonna run a quick Grand Central. See, just so we can move fast. I know I can use this one, but if no one is a medic, I'm gonna have problems. Switch to it.
There will be a screening of cartoons for children in room 17 tomorrow morning at 0930 hours. Parents are encouraged to attend.
Come take a look.
Trying to clear up some room. I have so much stuff on here. I have a fourth character that I'm trying to get up to gear score so that I can use storage, because I have two other ones that are gear score and they're strictly storage, and then the storage here is full already. I wish it's a lot bigger. But until I get that done, I'm carrying a shit on my backpack. That put me on.
Let's talk Grand Central. The LMB have set up shop there and control the surrounding area. Heavily manned checkpoints, automatic gun emplacements. The place is a freaking
Let's
fortress.
see.
It's a major forward base for them, and it's well supplied with troops and munitions, which they've been moving
Yeah.
through the...
I should have freaking restocked. Sometimes when you join another person's, even if you just restock and then you're joining somebody else's game, it takes away all the stuff that you just picked up from the restock box. Should have done that.
Another agent has joined your team.
My son is really good with knowing what they're running just by looking at what they're wearing. Petition. I have no idea. Ninja backpack, or if that's a striker backpack. That's whoever. Just have to see when it starts. Right, going right.
You wanna mess with the clean?
was wondering who was applying that talent for the Midas. Jesus, is he Superman? Because he went flying. To play this little section a little bit different because normally I rush up there, but the shotgunners, if they come out, they'll do some damage to me. Even this guy half toughness is pretty high. It's a good idea on this guy's part to just run over here until the fire turret over here. So this is the second section where the shotgunners come out. Surprised that I've never thought of that at all. Very good idea. Okay. I'm surprised he didn't stand up with the fire. Come on, buddy. That's the fire crash. You want to backpack that you go camping for. You can still have leftovers. Freaking medic's box. I was wondering why I was only one show guy in there. It's hiding. What's up, Mr. PvE? I'm gonna get ammo. We don't need it. Better to have it. There and end up.
got reports of LMB.
Oh, that's gonna suck. Right. I hope it has. Pick us both up. You could blow up the freaking cars in the street. Shotgunner should be coming right now after this guy. Alright guys, don't want to do this to them, but I'll be right back to go get some milk from my son that's starting to wake up, so I'll be right back. Alright guys, back. Sorry about that. Like I said, sun was starting to wake up, so I just needed to go and get a milk room.
Any unauthorized personnel found in this neighborhood will be considered enemy combatants and will be dealt with accordingly. This has been a public safety announcement from the last man to count.
Incoming! We got hostile incoming! Find cover and dig in. Taking it is nothing unless we can hold it. Alpha squad, get down back ramp. I need you on those platforms. Move it!
Oh, 300, I'm actually going to be getting off right after this one, man. Yeah, I got on earlier than I've been getting on, so I started playing a lot earlier. I need to get off so I can start doing some stuff around the house and go do a few things that I got to do, errands and stuff. Yeah, man. You know I play with you every time you get on and stuff like that. But right now, since I am just literally just trying to finish this one out. JTF, I like to just get in the fucking way. Hey, how are you doing? Good morning. JTF actually pushing.
I'm glad I'm fighting with you. We did. We did. This is our house now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The Lone Star build. I've been like messing with this. I do it like 2 or 3 different ways. This is the way that I feel is best for me, that I can use it, because some people spec it into firearms and they can stay alive because they know how to move around. Not that great at moving around, so I give myself a lot of stamina. Like a lot more than most people would. I'll show the build right now. So let me go to the base and then the little X of where it died.
Alert. An agent is now leaving your team.
Actually, I'm gonna have to check that because I'm missing a piece of Alpha Bridge. That might be the piece I'm missing. Go check.
Let's have a chat. I got something you'll be interested in. Agent, let's talk.
Okay, I guess I needed 2 pieces of that. And then enough. Nice. Alright, so this is the build real quick. So 5,000 firearms, and then 7,700 stamina, and then 2,900 electronics. It's the first build that I've built where my Lone Star didn't have electronics, and it's actually really good the way it is right now. I've tried to do it where instead of putting my stuff on stamina, I put it on electronics. I would have like 7,000 electronics, but the thing is that I would die just as fast as if I had this build. So I figured if I did this, I didn't have to rely on the electronics, and then I'll be able to. So it's pretty much what this is. I want to say for the most part, I think all these are optimized. I'm sure. Yeah, and then these are the Alejandros I'm using, but I have a bunch of different ones. They're not on here. They'll probably be in the stash or on one of the characters. So I could definitely switch it up. I believe I have some stash. Another one. So I just have a bunch, and then some of my other characters have more of them also. It's not just yeah, the reason why I did this is because like I usually use nothing but electronic builds, and so I was like my I play with Deadly Dads, my son's plays with us or whatever, and he told me like you should try putting more stamina and not rely on your skill power. Get used to it, because that's kind of how it's going to be for part 2. Skill is not going to be the same as it is here. You can't face tank the same, so you're going to want to have some sort of toughness to you, so you can, if you do stand up, you can put some shots out before you go down. So I built this guy, and it's pretty good. I like it. Actually, I don't even remember what the mod. Support station healing. Okay. Probably so it could just keep me up just that little bit extra. Yeah, it doesn't at all. And then just stamina with health. So that's how it is. I'll probably end up using it again. I really don't use it too much. I still kind of like having a reclaimer or someone who has a nice box that they can put down, so that I could really just stand up there and trade off with the NPCs. But yeah, but I was telling everybody who was already on, I'm gonna be getting off because there's some stuff I need to run to do. Thank you guys for joining me. This is the morning stream that I usually do, where I test stuff out for the channel, audio stuff, just stuff in general for the streaming equipment. Make sure that the green screen's working, the camera's working. I double check everything in the morning, and then I get off, and then later in the afternoon. Right now it is 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. for me. Around 6 o'clock in the afternoon for me is when I start my main stream, the stream that's in the afternoon, the stream that me and the Deadly Dads play on. And right now we're playing Call of Duty. So if you guys like some Call of Duty, you guys want to see a bunch of people get angry and rage quit, and then have that game is just, it's interesting to see us play, because we joke around and we play around and we all tease and stuff like that, because we're all friends, we all know each other. And my son, the mighty one, what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to get a capture card so that I could capture either his PlayStation or my PlayStation on that, and then use the remote play, which is what I'm doing right now, capture the second PlayStation, so that you guys can see both points of views, because he'll have rounds where he's gone like 50-1, 30 and like 10, 30 and 2, stuff like that. And then me and the rest of the guys, they're all grown-ups, we're all parents, we'll have rounds where we do, I think the best that I've done is a 46 and 10, something like that. Where I know I hit 50, but it was 50 and like 30, so I don't even count that one. Then we have the other guys who usually hit around 20s, in the 20s, and then 10, 15 deaths or stuff like that. So we're all pretty good, but we're not as good as him. So it's just kind of funny when we're playing. He keeps challenging us to step it up and be better. So we end up having some pretty good laughs and stuff like that. I actually have videos and clips from some of those last streams that we've done, including this last stream that we did yesterday, where you can see how bad the hit detection is. And I was literally planning on not playing anymore, but I'm gonna give it one more try. Maybe it was just that night, or maybe it was just the PlayStation. Like, if you guys have followed me on Instagram, which is Mr. PvE underscore YT, you'll see that I have one of the PlayStation modded with computer fans to blow on it to keep it cool. I have modded my PlayStation now, so mine has ventilation on it also. And we just game, and that afternoon stream is the main stream, is where you'll see us all joking around, playing whatever. The morning stream is just testing. It's also for me to play with the people who watch the channel and other streamers out there. In the morning, if you want to join me, I usually play the Division. It's the game that I play the most, so I know it very well. So I'm very comfortable just testing stuff on here with audio and everything, just because I know the game performs and I don't got to worry about the game itself. So if you guys want to play with me in the morning, usually I stream. I try to be up by 6, start streaming around 7, and then I'll be on to like 8, 9. I've gone the farthest out to 12. So if you catch me up in that morning, pretty much if you see me online up to before 4 o'clock, I'll be more than willing to play with you guys. After that, I'm getting ready for the main stream, and on that stream I don't typically play with anyone except for the Deadly Dads. So yeah, I just like to be upfront with that, because sometimes people send me invites and I can't join them because I'm doing that stream. So that way you guys know. If you see me keep looking over here, it's because there's the chats and the monitors and all that stuff. So yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and if you can, join us on that afternoon stream.